I doubt Tether may continue to grow, but I doubt it will have the same market share in 2 years, let's say. So
Ripple, a new stable coin backed by the US dollar, now available to trade. Would you use Ripple to pay for things?
It's not going to do much for retail, and it likely won't be integrated into the payment economy for some time, if ever. At first, it might be best for facilitating cross-border payments. Think institutional support, since it is a stable coin. It has a one-to-one backing with the US dollar that allows it to essentially bridge the gap between digital asset and traditional finance. It could be seen as attractive to banks and businesses involved in cross-border payments and remittances. It allows for a faster settlement time. I was talking to Eleanor Terrett. She knows everything crypto here at Fox Business. She says if you look at Ripple's advisory board, you have bigwigs on there like the former FDIC chair, Sheila Bair, so they're looking to add legitimacy to it.
Mike, I just don't see cryptos as a medium of exchange. You know, we're not going to buy and sell things with crypto.
We've talked about it for years that Bitcoin would be used that way. It hasn't as of yet. It's still managed to go up, but I don't see a world at any time soon where we're using that to buy and sell things.
Great example in the financial services space. If you look at ACH transactions, $1.50. If you look at SWIFT, $25. In India, you're basically paying zero cents for peer-to-peer transactions in the government's UPI, which is their peer-to-peer network. If things like this continue, companies that think they have a moat are going to be dismantled.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have the last day of the year. Tomorrow starts 2025. And those who've been with me from the beginning know I started my YouTube channel in January. It's been a great ride, and we're going to continue to ride in this fourth industrial revolution. Now, we have Bitcoin and crypto right now moving up as I'm doing this video. Stocks are also slightly up. And at the beginning of the month, it's like clockwork. We normally get a slight pullback, and then we start moving up. Again, we know we need Bitcoin as collateral on the 5th. And make sure you're paying attention to these Bitcoin and Ethereum inflows and outflows. Don't let the hype boys get you. And we have a lot of movies to start off in 2025. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. Right now, we have yield rates down. And we know at the beginning of the year, that's going to change. We have the dollar up, which is still strong as ever. And we know next year that's going to change. Make sure you're keeping an eye out on the BOJ. Right now, we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo at 260 billion yesterday. Make sure you're putting the repo on a daily basis. Now, the bond market, I think, closes at 2. And then, of course, the stock market is going to be closed tomorrow. We know when it comes to cryptos, we're the only game in town. So we should get liquidity this evening going into tomorrow. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Now, the first and second year of this channel, I used to do a lot of videos on India's payment system and China's payment system. I also done a few Patreons, but we know the Fed has Fed now, but we have India has the UPI, 24/7 instant payments and cutting the costs. Now we know for a fact SWIFT has also updated its payments rails and of course linking Chainlink, which gives it the all CNI. But again, guys, it doesn't matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for this digital economy, real-time payments, less costs, but the fact is that you're going to have the machines being able to pay each other due to these digital assets. So we'll have the machines running the economy without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs right now are up as I'm doing this video. And we had MicroSellers, MicroStrategy, of course, bringing in a new strategy and accelerated it in 2024. Just buying up Bitcoin left and right. And we know that's definitely going to change next year. We will see liquidity slowly drawing up. Now, at the beginning of this year, we do have to keep an eye on Janet Yellen to see whether she's going to pull off what she did last year and do an emergency on her way out. Trump, of course, again, has to deal with the debt ceiling. But when it comes to Bitcoin, anytime we're seeing this big pump, we see a whole lot of liquidity in the market. It hasn't changed, and Bitcoin has these 4-year cycles. But remember, over these next 4 years, Trump's job is to land us in this fourth industrial revolution, and these next 4 years are all going to be about building. Remember what Biden said, over these next 5 years, technology is going to be moving faster than it did in the last 20 to 40 years, because he knows all about the robots, algorithms, and drones, these supercomputers, quantum computing. That's going to change everything that we do, change the way we live, even change the way we see things. Remember, they have eyes, but they do not see. They have ears, but they do not hear. And 99% of people are not conscious. So just imagine, once they start up these supercomputers, that's going to change the sheep's reality. The fourth industrial revolution is going to be full of deception. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Brad Garlinghouse says that Tether's market share will decrease over the next 2 years. And he also stated a while ago the U.S. government will go after Tether. But Tether is one of the biggest buyers of U.S. treasuries. And guys, we know that's for a reason. Remember, guys, this is a plan and moves in phases, because all these stable coins are going to land in the control of the central banks. Remember what Brad Garlinghouse stated. He's here to help the banks, not work against them. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.